This article is about Aditya L1, which is going to the ISRO's first sun mission. In this article, we will see for what purpose ISRO is launching Aditya L1. We will also see why this solar probe has been named Aditya L1, or what is the meaning of Aditya L1. We will also see about what are the Lagrangian points. In the Aditya L1, L stands for the Lagrangian points. So we will also see what scientific loads are being carried by the Aditya L1. ISRO is planning to launch the Aditya L1, its first mission to study the sun. Most probably, ISRO will launch it in mid 2020. Now, what is the purpose of this Aditya L1? Aditya L1 is meant to observe the solar corona, photosphere, and the chromosphere. So these are the three parts of the sun. Solar corona is the outermost part of the sun. It is also known as the external atmosphere of the sun. So it has a temperature of about 1 million Kelvin. The photosphere is the innermost part of the sun, also known as the disk of the sun. So it is a source of light and solar flares. Its temperature is around 6000 Kelvin. The chromosphere is the next layer that emits a reddish glow. This can be seen as a reddish rim during the solar eclipse. The second purpose of Aditya L1 is to study the solar winds and ejection of particles from the sun. Actually, from sun, the particles are ejected. These particles consist of protons, uh, helium ions, electrons. So these are emitted from the sun. So these particles constitute the solar winds. So these particles are ejected at a very high speed, and these constitute the solar winds. So Aditya L1 will study the ejection of these particles and the solar winds. Now, why this has been named Aditya L1, or what is the meaning of this Aditya L1? In Hindu literature, the word Aditya has been used for the sun god, or we can say god sun. So in the name L1, L1 has been used because Aditya L1 probe, this probe will be inserted in the Lagrangian point L1 between Earth and the Sun. So Lagrangian point in the space is a point at which a small body under the gravitational influence of two large ones will remain approximately at rest with relative to them. In this case, the small body will be here this probe Aditya L1, and under the influence of two large ones. Two large ones here. The two large ones. One is the Earth and other one is the Sun. So under the gravitational influence of this Sun and Earth, this Aditya L1 will remain at rest at Lagrangian point 1. So this point is the Lagrangian points in the space. These are also known as the parking space in space. So because any probe or satellite inserted at this point remains at rest with respect to the two bodies. So therefore these are also known as the parking space in the space. The existence of such points was deduced by the French mathematician and astronomer Joseph Lagrange in 1772. So L1 is 1.5 million kilometers from the Earth. At L1 point, the major advantage is that this Aditya L1 will continuously view the sun in spite of the eclipses. Actually, between Earth and Sun, there are the 5 Lagrangian points. These are L1, L2, L3, L4, and L5. So this will be placed at the L1. Now, what scientific payloads it will carry? Aditya L1 will carry the 6 scientific payloads. So these include a coronagraph to study the corona, and then it will carry the X-ray camera, infrared telescope, magnetometer, so etc. These are the scientific payloads which it will carry.